Why is the family against prepping? I did a video not too long ago talking more or less along this line, and I want to touch more in regards to this because this is important. Because if the people that you have living under your roof are against prepping, it makes things way more complicated. And it makes things more complicated because now you have a roadblock within your house. I mean, the same people who you're trying to save are essentially against you. It's like you trying to save somebody who is drowning, and that person is pulling you down. Is that a fair comparison? All right. So a lot of times you have one or the other who is the main person preparing, whether it is the mom or the dad. Sometimes you get lucky and you get both, and then the kids are the ones who are a little bit more iffy. Let's say that the mom is the one who prepares the most, the one preparing and whatnot, and the dad is like, whatever. You need to sit your husband down and have a conversation, in one-on-one conversation. Close that room door and talk to your husband and be blunt about it. If you don't get on board with this, sweetie, well, let's just say that you're going to be cooking your own meals from now on. This is how it's going to happen. And that's the end of it. If your wife is not on board, my man, get your wife, sit her down, and be upfront. Sweetie, unless you get on board with this, you're going to have to get yourself a new job, because I am not paying anymore for anything outside prepping. And let's see how it goes. If one of them flat out says, I'm not doing it, and there's nothing you can do, or there's always something that you can do. Always. If that partner is no longer suitable, well, it's no longer suitable. The contract is null and void, plain and simple. Now, if you had children, and what I'm saying may sounds very harsh, but listen, the time for playing around and, like letting others decide what you need to do is over. You have children, and you and your significant other are in the prepping mindset. You're preppers, but your children's, for some reason, because they're teenagers, because they're just young, because they're just children, I don't want to pay attention to that. Oh, that's just mom and dad being I don't know, not cool. Well, that phone is going away. Those video games are going away. Car is going away. Everything is going away. Guess what? Children's, you're going to be living under communism now. I am the president, and your mama is the vice president. Guess what? You're going to be doing whatever we tell you to do, whether you like it or not. You have no say, because you're living under my roof. You don't like it? Sorry. It's still going to happen. Does your feelings get hurt? I don't care. Does your friend don't do none of this? I don't care. You see, this is my I don't care face. I don't care. You're going to be doing whatever I tell you to do, and that's it. That's it. You are going to be on board. You have no say whatsoever. Plain and simple. That's with children's. You disagree with me? Put it down in the comment section below. If you let a child, run your life, that is on you. That is personally your first point of failure. How are you going to let a child run an adult life? Or an adult's life? Better yet, how are you going to let your children tell you, the parents, what to do? That's insane. Hell to the no. No. That does not fly in my house. Now, you will hear all the time from the family saying like, well, we just don't want to live in fear. No, we don't live in fear. That's why we are prepared. Well, I think that's fear. My answer is very simple. If you think that is fear, then why do we get home insurance? Why do we get car insurance? This is the same. The only difference is that we don't depend on an agency. We took matters into our own hands. Right? There you go. If they tell you that they don't want to have that much food because the food that you putting away is not that good, because McDonald's is better, because spam, spam, I'm not going to eat it. Well, you're going to eat it once you get hungry. But that's abuse. No, that is teaching you. That is teaching you that when you're hungry, you will eat whatever I put in front of you. Yeah. Your wife does not like you bringing animals to the house because the blood and the messy. Well, guess what? It's still going to happen. Your husband does not like when you cook rice and beans. Well, too bad. Either you eat it or you go hungry. I'm going across the board. This whole idea that your family is against prepping and you're going to cater to them, that is a point of failure. Huge point of failure. Listen, if you are the man of the house, in my humble point of view, you are the pillar of the house. You lead, they follow. Plain and simple. If you are the man of the house and you refuse to prepare, you are a failure as a husband. A failure. And your wife has all the right in the world to leave you and seek somebody else who will protect her. Sounds harsh? Hopefully you wake up. If you don't, you're going to be alone, and most likely you will meet your maker alone. And it is on you, plain and simple. If your wife does not want to prepare, she's failing. She's failing as the caretaker of the family. You need to find yourself a new one. Somebody who will take care of the family. If your children don't want to prepare, they have no saying. They are children. They have no saying whatsoever. Take everything that you have given them. They don't own anything. Everything that they have is because you give it to them. Therefore, it's not theirs. How simple is that? You are a parent. Act like one. And if your family refuses to prepare, change it. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts on this because I see it all the time. My family refuses to prepare. Well, that sounds like a problem that you can fix. Put it down in the comment section below. How would you fix the problem? Will you do as extreme as me, which I don't think it is extreme, or will you do it differently? Comment down in the section below, and I hope to see you in the next one.